Hello and welcome. Hello. I hope. Hello and welcome, guys, on Discord and YouTube. I hope you can hear me. Hello. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you can hear me here on Discord, on the Discord channel, and as well. Hi all. Yes, oh great. Thank you, Nico. I hope you can hear me on YouTube as well. Welcome to my first live trading session in this year in 2023. I'm really happy to be with you today, and ladies and gentlemen, let's relax for the next hour. It's the only time I have to to be relaxed with you here in live trading, and let's see what we can do. I will comment a lot about the market for the next hour, 1.5 hours, depends on. My live stream will be still on Discord for today, and I'm streaming as well on YouTube, and everything will be recorded so far. And if you have questions, please discuss with me here on Discord as well here on YouTube. Hi Johan, hi Nico. Yes, very fine. I'm happy really to that all these technical issues have been overcome and fixed right now. So let's focus on the market. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, if you're following us on Discord, you will get every day, the exception are holidays, of course, and my holidays. And when I'm around, you will get this. 10 seconds before the release. You will get the option levels. You will get daily levels on the chart, on the Bookmap chart, and you will get as well my comments based on that, what I see, what I read. I'm reading a lot of every morning my time here, and I'm getting a lot of information along the day, and that's what I'm trying to squeeze into few sentences on the command channel on Discord. So if you're on Discord, please please read the comment section, because on most days all these levels are totally fascinating to see how they work. So what I've seen today is, and what we have seen up to now, is that NVIDIA, the techs, NVIDIA was very, very strong with their reports, with the numbers, and that brought the market, the pre-market, up into the 60s, 4160s. We have still a gap, and that's always what I'm trying to tell, is that you should watch the yesterday's settlement, and I'm calling it the gap, yesterday's settlement, which is either you have it on chart or you can get it from the CME, and it was 41. Yesterday's close was 41.24, I think 41.24. I don't have at the moment I don't want to squeeze the charts here, but I think it is 41.24. Let me check it here on my chart. The close was 41.26, and that's as well a totally interested area. And 41.26, when it comes down, when it breaks the zero gamma level at 41.32, then we are rushing in the market will rush into the close, but the close was a little bit lower than rush into the close 41.26. That might be an interesting area for buying, for look if the market gets a support here at 41.26, 27.30, and then see what TradeFinder and TrendAnalyzer indicates to you. For those of you who had a chance to take a test on the on the TTV combo offer. Combo means TTW-TradeFinder and TTW-TrendAnalyzer as a combo for 3 months. Have a look at on our chart on our web page TTW-Trader.com. We have only few licenses left because we are trading, so we develop software for ourselves, and when we do that, it should be better successful for us, and we share our knowledge and our software to you. If you are interested, please go to TTW-Trader.com and grab your copy. There for 3 months, take this 3 months offer if you want, and you will get an education starting next Monday in a week. I will send out the invitations. It will be a Zoom meeting. It will be a Zoom meeting. It will be a Zoom education. So let's do that together and join the education as well. So great to have you here, ladies and gentlemen. So let's focus on today's trading. That was my short introduction to for today. If you have questions, go ahead. I will try to answer. Yes, I've got a question from Richard here. He is asking, is it possible to use TradeFinder and Analyzer for currency futures? Yes, it is generally possible to take it into use and to use all this add-ons for Bookmap, TradeFinder, and as well TrendAnalyzer for every single instrument. It doesn't matter whether you are trading stocks, cryptos, futures. That's totally independent of the instrument. The only point we have, we might have, is that Icebergs, sweeps, and stop runs require MBO data. And saying that if you are trading stocks, you won't get native stop runs. You will not get native stop runs, native icebergs, and as well sweeps. Yes, of course, because we need an order IDs to identify these events. As you can see on my chart here, at 9:49 Eastern time here, you see how remarkably and precise TradeFinder analyzes the icebergs and sweeps and volume spikes here at that point. That might be in some kind of hedging, I would say. You see 2,726 contracts executed actively with a sweep, and then passively bought back at 20 with the same amount with 2,726 contracts. That's simply totally unique in this industry if you know what to look at. For those of you who had my previous education, and for those who are using who test the combo, I will do an education for 3 hours in roughly one and a half weeks, and we will talk about the strategies. We will talk about the market events, of course, market events first, and strategies, and how to use them in a whole strategy to be informed and to get really good, to be consistent, profitable in this market. That's the goal, and that's my goal to do that, and I will do that with you, of course, if you are interested. So, Richard, yes, it works with currency futures. Adam Music is asking if it is possible to add Renko charts to Bookmap. No, it's not possible. The only exception is if you have someone who is able to code, who is able to program Renko charts for Bookmap. That's the only possibility you will have to add Rankos to the book chart. So far I know, I'm not sure, but I haven't seen them. On Bookmap or in Marketplace or whatever. So no, at the moment. Which company provides MBO data? This is Rhythmic. This is the only provider at the moment who provides MBO data, and that's quite interesting and remarkable if you want to dive deeper into a market with a market events like native icebergs, sweeps, and what did I say? Stop runs. Then you need this order ID based data feature. So what I see here at the moment, let me check that. I have a bunch of questions here, but I'm trying to focus on trading here. What we see here is a trend. The trend is negative so far. That means the trend is down. But we have a volume stop. A volume stop here at 42, right after these three huge sweeps. You see the number 1,000, 1,000 here, and 1,000 there. So this is a huge offload of contracts. We don't exactly know why this or who is doing that. Who? I think it's an algo, of course. It's an algo. But that means that something, maybe an institution, an algo is selling 3,000 contracts at that point, and that might be hedging. Of course, we can't say it why that happens at this level here, at these levels here, but it's huge. It's simply huge. And then what it does, it hit the trend analyzer. It showed a very high volume, 1604 volume traded here, contracts traded here at that point, and that means this is something really, really huge, and therefore you get a volume stop. Now the market turned from the trend analyzer turned from green to red, and if you're a trend analyzer user and you have the combo, you will have this external trend analyzer window where you can adjust the settings very easily. So you can use the the slider here to adjust it according to the actual volatility. And the markets are, the markets trade different volatility according to trading day. That means they are trading, the pre-market is low, shows a low volatility, and the main market shows a high volatility. At the moment it's extremely high, because what you see here with the market volume meter and the liquidity meter, by the way guys, volume and liquidity is incredibly important to know. It's very, very important to know for everyone. We have a high volume, high market volume, a lot of aggressors in the market, and the liquidity is quite low at the moment. It's 104. That's extremely low. So I'm looking to find a trade that was maybe a good one, but I didn't take it. Let me see. I'm just trying to adjust my trend analyzer according to settings here. Let's see. What I would like to see, as I mentioned, my strategy, my idea is that the market should come down into 32, maybe 26, very close to the gap. We have a liquidity at 41.30, and this 41.30, liquidity is coming out at 41.26, as you can see on my screen here, on the Bookmap screen here. That might be really an area of interest. That might be an area of interest, of course. So yes, thank you. Thank you, Witka. Rhythmic is the data feed if you want to see everything on the chart. And I'm sorry, the X feed, it was promised that the X feed should provide MBO data, but at the moment there's nothing on the horizon based on that, so that we could analyze the same market events with ES and stocks, for example, and ETFs like SPY, QQQ, and so on. It's only possible with all the data Rhythmic is providing. I will show you something what's quite interesting, because I've got some questions. I've got some questions on the. You see that? No, it's not. Yes. Oh, you see that only on YouTube. I'm sorry for that. Let me switch again here on change window on Discord. Excuse me, give me a second. No, it's not. Change windows. ZB. Yes, you see now on Discord as well on YouTube. My Treasury chart, 30 years Treasury, are one of my favorites. And I missed a trade here, I see that right now, because that would be a long for myself. So the market is, the ZB is up. Of course, the market is down. Normally ZB was one of the indications for myself. If the ZB is down, then the market is up, and vice versa. And that would, if you are trading ZB, excuse me, if you trade treasuries, it doesn't matter ZB, ZN, ZF. Perfect, TradeFinder is perfectly for these instruments, and the signals you will get on for these instruments are really perfect as well. So long at 28, 29, you would be now 5 ticks up with ZB right now, and you know ZB is quite an attractive instrument, because it's extremely, it's well populated. So if it trades up, that's really totally interesting to watch it. So ZB, I recommend to watch ZB. And for those of you, I've got some questions on Discord. If this is suitable of TTW combo and TTW software, TradeFinder and Trend Analyzer, is it suitable for treasuries? Yes, of course it is. It is suitable for every single instrument. So let me switch back to ES again. Let's focus on ES. I'm sorry, I have only one single thread to watch at, and this is ES at the moment. So let's watch ES back. I have to switch it here on YouTube again. So great. Now we are back to ES. By the way, we saw a DID, a dynamic iceberg, displaying here at 4138. That is a warning sign that this high volume gets maybe exhausted. It means even if they are trying to buy into or sell a little bit more than 42 straight now, right now, and what is this, 38 at the 9? It does mean that's a warning sign. Every signal, every market event on the chart, what you see here with TTW, TradeFinder and Trend Analyzer, is true. There's no false signals on the chart. The question is, how do you interpret them? How do you work with them? How do you learn with them? How do you understand these signals? And my recommendation is to wait until your strategy is, or until the market meet your strategy, or until the market meets your expectation, your strategy, whatever. Don't rush in. Simply wait. You will get for sure 1 or 2 good signals every single day. It's too late now. I didn't see that coming, but anyway, simply waiting. Now, you know, the strategy I'm teaching, whatever, is to find a trend, of the market, to understand the trend. What is the trend? At the moment, it's not so clear because the long-term trend is down, of course. It's really easy to understand. Therefore, we have the second, we have 2 trend analyzer settings. That means I use one of them for long-term trends, and this one of them for the short-term trends, just to see what happens here, and to follow the short-term trend. And if the volatility is high and market trends, I will tighten manually the trend analyzer. I will and use this trend analyzer and the flow of the trend analyzer as an trailing mechanism for my trades. That's how I utilize these tools for my trading. But first of all, I would like to see a bunch of levels, or not a bunch of levels, but I would like to see some levels who are on the chart, who I analyze before the market opens, based on the data I have I'm using Spot Gamma, I'm using Volant, and my knowledge about the options, to see if there is something interesting for today. The last days it was extremely well. On some days it's not so clear. So what the price is doing, and I'm sharing all this knowledge with you here in the Discord room. But and I must say, on some days it's crystal clear what's going to happen, what's going to happen. That's really absolutely clear. On some day it's not. That's the point we have to work with in trading every day, single day. Today it was really surprising, because the market was up, but simply because Nvidia and the techs are strong up, and the market opens gap up. That means the market is now possibly looking to close or come very close to the yesterday settlement, which is 41.26 in ES. As well, you have the same in NQ and Nasdaq. Have a look at your Nasdaq chart. You will see the settlement is far away from the open, and that might lead to a correction in the market. Can you look at GC, at gold? Is that possible? For that, I have 2 systems here. No. For that, I have 2 systems here, and therefore I don't dare to show gold. What I can do is Let me see if that works here. Oh yes, it works here as well. It works here on Discord. Excuse me, on YouTube. I haven't had any idea with gold today, so I didn't do anything with gold. It's on YouTube right now as well. If you leave it as it is, then you have had a really nice long opportunities here. I'm not sure about this one here. I have to adjust it again. That's really not that's a mess here from my point of view. But I'm not trading gold, so I think I haven't adjusted it according the numbers I have for gold. In this case. And I don't want to adjust it right now. For those of you who are interested in gold, please have a look on the Discord channel. I will do that to make fine-tuning on gold. So to get less signals, but really more informative and good signals on gold here. Let's go back to ES. The point could be that the market is now going sideways, and as in every instrument which goes sideways or that goes sideways, that's really hard to find a good entry. It's me. Please come back to this Discord. I will post a gold chart after the session or today when I have a little bit time to adjust it a little bit, to fine-tune it, to get the best signals on or market events shown on the chart for gold, of course. Now that the market is very clear down here and it's high volatile. You see, we have a market volume at excuse me, of 2,000 and an average liquidity 100. The market is down, and then what you can do now, and that's the very fine thing of our implementation, is to recalculate TradeFinder. And when you recalculate TradeFinder, it takes a little bit of time here on my heavy Bookmap instruments. I am running 20 I think more than 20 charts, and it takes a little bit time. Yes, now I continue, and then you see this huge bubble, this volume stop disappears from here because the market is down and the size wasn't so significant as it should be to be displayed on the downside of the market here on the bid. It disappeared because I have tightened the ATR, or the trend analyzer. I have tightened the trend analyzer here, which is a volatility indication, and that means if you recalculate TradeFinder, you should do that. You will get the best signals then if the market trades along now at the POC and the trend analyzer here on this side. Excuse me. This is going to be interesting here. We have the option level here as well. We have a small stop run within the trend excuse me, volume stop here within the trend. And we have liquidity at 41.35. Still there. No, it's not working.
Minute before the release, stand by.
We have a release numbers right now. I'm not sure what it is. Let me check that. Oh, natural gas storage. Okay. But all the economical numbers today have been excellent for the US. So low.
10 seconds before the release, stand by.
Jobless claims and the GDP was good, so there's no reason to look short. I'm not an bear at the moment. I just want to see if they are trading low into the 426, but it can turn here as well to the upside. How to adjust the multiplier? As I mentioned, you have an external window. You have an external window with a trend analyzer, and when the market you have, yes, first of all you have an external window. Second one, you have a long-term trend and a short-term trend. You can use both. You can switch off the long-term trade if you are only interested in a short-term trend, for example, and then use it dynamically. It's based on the volatility of the market. The rule of thumb is that if the market is volatile, has a higher volatility, tighten the multiplier like I did here right now. Look for the highest swing here. Let's see if look for the highest swing here, and then adjust it a little bit above the highest swing. So the difference between the highest candle or the highest candle in the swing, 45 and 48, should not be more than 3 points. So no, I missed this trade. Yeah, and anyway, I missed this trade here. I was looking for shorts here, for sellings. And because the market is down, we have liquidity still here, and we have liquidity at 41.33. We have a warning sign here we have had a volume stop here at where my cursor is here at 44. And I was looking for sells. We have an important level at 46. And we have still liquidity at 35 and 33. What I see based on my other charts here, Apple is down today and Tesla is down now touching the important level at 180.50. Meta was down, Microsoft was down, now recovering a little bit from this down move here. I'm still not convinced that this market is ready to trade higher, but we'll see. So Gaurav, it is based on the volatility of the market. And if you want to have a guide, please go and adjust or use the multiplier and take the slider to the highest swing of this move here, to the highest swing of this move. Keep it as it is. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. It doesn't matter how the trend analyzer looked in the past. How it's based on the volatility trigger here. Yes, but watch. We are interested right now in this trade here, which is for sure on sell. And I'm adjusting then the trend analyzer according to the highest swing of this move here. And that's what I consider the actual move. What I have here is 41.46, the option level. We have another one here at 33.34. And that's my current settings of the trend analyzer. Let me have a look here whether I can to be honest, I don't know how to add this external window. It's not visible. It's not visible on YouTube, and it's not visible on Discord here. I have to check that. No, it's not on Discord and it's not on YouTube. But when you go to the settings, Trend Analyzer Pro, you get a button which says open quick settings. Open quick settings. If you click on that, an external window will open, and then you will get an external window where you can manually adjust according to actual market and market volatility, the multiplier. Maybe I should share the screen here, but the point is I'm running a 49-inch screen here, and you wouldn't see anything here on YouTube, maybe, and Discord as well. It will be so tiny. So I'm just sharing my charts here on YouTube and on Discord. On the chart, I have still a downtrend. We have a longer term downtrend, short term downtrend here. The market is not willing to sell off at the moment, but it can be in a sub-second, in a millisecond, can trade down. Maybe it's not ready yet. They need some buyers here to sell them something off, few contracts, and then cancel everything on a bid and bring the market down. So far the situation is that there's more chance for a downside than the upside. You see 41.33 camp is good liquidity, 41.30 as well, and 41.35. And my impression is here that they are trying to lure in buyers. To sell their assets to the buyers and then let the market drop to or trade into 40 first, then 35 and maybe 33 as well. Let's see if that works. Or if the ID is good for the time being here. Now it's trading against the VWAP. That's always it's a crucial area. VWAP area here. Liquidity is still there. So they are starting to cancel liquidity at 41.30. It's getting thinner. You see that? And the ATR flipped now. The trend analyzer here flipped again. Oh, I have a high latency here. I'm not sure why. I have a 26-second latency, so it's hard to trade anything here. That's the point why I don't like to trade off the Bookmap chart. If something happens with rhythmic data feed or overwhelming high data, low liquidity here, then I'm simply trapped with the chart and entering the trades on the chart. I'm simply trapped, and that's what I don't like to be. And that happens really regularly. I'm sorry to say that, but it's really hard. You see, I'm trying to adjust my trend analyzer. to the actual market movement. I don't do that very often, but I just want to see what the market is doing, and just to follow the market. The market is right up. My first expectation was, okay, they are trading against 35, and we have this option level here down at 33. 26 would be a nice area if they can make it down here. It's not said they won't, but at the moment there's nothing. You see, I have high latencies here, and that's really, yeah, that's annoying. That's really annoying. So 50, 60 seconds, that's totally crap. I'm sorry for that, guys. That's something you can't work with Rhythmic if they have such a high latency here. By the way, I'm running a lot of charts here, made 20 charts I think. I have maybe a little bit more, but in a way it's really rare that I see this kind of latency. That's unusual, really unusual right now. Missing data here as well, so on my chart. If that happens, guys, if you are trading off the chart and you see latencies on your ES chart or what chart, whatever you trade, simply stay off. Or maybe you have a broker like Interactive Brokers or AMP or whatever, then I think you won't get this latencies there. But simply I need guidance here on the chart to see what happens, what market events I see on the what the market events I've get based on TradeFinder and TrendAnalyzer, and then I will take an action. But with high latencies, it's simply impossible. Walter, is there no tradable setup since 16? Not really. I don't see anything I would like to take a trade on. I mean, if you're focused, you can trade off this option level here, sell it and scalp it, but I don't see any really good functional trade. And that's, I know most of the traders are impatient. They want to be every second, every minute in the trade, Humphrey, and I do not. I'm simply waiting until I get really something to work with, to be convinced that this is something the market tells me, okay, take a long here or take a short here. There was nothing I would like to say. Maybe if I would have been focused, maybe that one could be a nice one. That short here, that wasn't the best one I've saw here on my chart, because the price went again this option level. It was in the POC in the vicinity, or very close, yes, at the POC. We have a downtrend, we have a volume stop here. That would be a good trade for short, even if it gives you maybe only 1 point back or a few ticks back. But that was a reason for myself to say, okay, at that point of time, we are trading in here and now. And when we talk about that point of time, everything was in favor for short signal, because I saw this liquidity, or we all see this liquidity here at 35 and as well 33. Now, since the market is trading up here and broke this level, I have any reason to take any position here, long position. And by the way, where I want to mitigate my risk. And I mean, I can believe the market will go up here, but I don't see anything on my chart, at least on my chart, where I would say this is really a reason for me to go long. I'm sorry for that, but I don't see anything here which would justify and trade. And that's it. That's okay. On some days, like I think it was yesterday, on some days you get 3 consecutive great signals, market events in form of stop runs. Trend analyzer was red. Stop runs were there, and almighty big stop runs. And that gave you 10, 20 points in a row. But not now. So not for myself. I know there's a lot of opinions out there. So to go long, simply jump in, go, and yes, it can work. It can work without any doubt. It can work. But I'm showing you what I think are an alternative to your what you trade or what's your trading style. So I just want to understand what the market is telling me. And the market is telling me that based on sweeps, on icebergs, on stop runs, on volume spikes, for example, that's what I want to see and understand. And if I see them and I think I understand the market, I can brief, yes, I can feel what the market is doing, then I'm taking my action. Humphrey? Can you please briefly explain how Trend Analyzer filter works with low, medium, high settings? The question is, can you please briefly explain how Trend Analyzer filter works with low, medium and high settings? I'm not sure what you mean with low, medium and high settings. The Trend Analyzer comes with four parameters. That is candle interval, number of candles, the multiplier and the trend switch condition. And it's quite easy because candle interval is the candle time. So you can adjust the trend analyzer based on 30 seconds, 1 minute candle and 5 minute candle and 10 minute candle and so on. Number of candles is the size of, not the size, how to say, it's the number of candles is the size of the last 20 candles, for example. I've set it to 20. No, it's not here. Excuse me.
Hi, Walter.
Hi.
You can hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. Yes, I'm not sure if the
I
other.
think I can answer this question very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just add following. Yeah.
The settings of low, middle, and high trend direction means that if you choose the high volatility of the trend, you get signals with a low value in the direction of the trend. If you choose the option for a low stretch of the trend, you get signals with a higher value, but always in the trend direction. That's the difference between these 3 settings.
Oh yeah, thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. The candle, yeah. What I wanted to say is that the candle, this function allows you to define how many candlesticks should be used for the calculation of the trend analyzer parameters. And the multiplier is used to determine the threshold for a trend switch. The multiplier uses the ATR value to set a range above and below the current price level. And the trend switch condition is the condition where you allow how many ticks is allowed for a candle to cross the trend analyzer and to keep it intact. That means to keep it on don't to break the trend analyzer. That means if you set 4 ticks, that means that candle can cross the trend analyzer for 4 ticks and it should close within the trend. Otherwise, the trend analyzer will flip. I'm not sure, Gaurav, if it is explained or not. Let me know, please. Thank you, Kevin, by the way. I think the question is related to the trend analyzer on TradeFinder signals. Oh yes, I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I'm really, really sorry. So Gaurav, yes. Excuse me. I know what you mean. Yes. When you open the Explorer window and go to the market volume stop signal, you will see this information icon. What we did is backtesting a lot of numbers to find I wouldn't say the best, but to find good signal settings for filtering. So we have set low, medium and high. Excuse me, I was a little bit confused now. And these numbers you see when you hover over the information icon. You see the low, medium, high factor, which low is multiplier 135, and then the medium is 171, and the high factor is 2.86. These numbers we have back-tested and forward-tested, and found these numbers meet the meet the settings the best. So we use the trend finder. If it's green, then we are using the filters to minimize the false positive signals. That means before we had the trend finder, before we developed the trend finder, you would have seen a lot of signals on the opposite side, and that's not beneficial. All of the signals were true and everything is fine. But on the other side, we want to focus on the most important signals or market events, just not to be confused by many signals. What I just want to show you now, that goes to oh yeah, Humphrey. I took this signal here long 49, a little bit too late. I saw it too late. Sorry for that, guys. I think you can see that on my screen on YouTube. That might relate, and that's what I want to say to Humphrey. I saw that too late here because I was explaining the low, medium and high filtering, and this is based on backtesting. And as long the trend finder is green, we use the higher filtering to filter out all the unnecessary signals. What I did right now, and I'm sorry guys, I'm not focused and concentrated, but what I've done right now, I am long here at 49. That's too late. That's simply because I didn't see here the VWAP. I didn't see this volume stop here at that point. And now, yes, I'm stopped out right now. That was too late. But that's one. This is one of the possibilities to trade. That's one of the possibilities to trade with a trend finder and trend analyzer here. Just to wait until you get the right signals, take the signals. Most of them will work. Not everyone will work, of course, because this is not a 100% signal here, or signaling. This is not a give me signals and make me rich system, but it will give you, and that will give you the most out of for your trading when you simply follow. What I did wrong here is simply entering too late, because I didn't see that. And simply the second one was because my strategy I've chosen the wrong strategy. I should have selected my scalping strategy here, and that would have given me back 2 or 3 points here. And if it goes, if I'm flat, if I'm break even here, then maybe I simply use the trend analyzer as a trailing system, or as a trailing stop here in this case, and drag the target a little bit higher. You see 125 contracts were added on 55 here. Okay, I was break even. I was stopped here break even. And liquidity is coming up at 41.55 here. This is simply because my strategy I have look here. I have selected was to go break even after 8 ticks are reached, and that's the strategy. So I have switched to my scalping strategy, which allows me to manage my stops and my targets manually. Let's focus on this trend here. Let's focus on this trend. That was really perfect. The entry came here in. You've got 47.48 to enter the trade, and then it depends on your strategy, what you want to achieve, either scalping 2 or 3 points. The stop shouldn't be 47.50, maybe 47.25. 47.25, not more. That means your risk is extremely low, but you go with the flow here. It's green. It's green. The target might be 55. And now, remarkable is to see 41.35 was cancelled. That means the market does not expect the price coming back here into 41.35 or 41.40. Yes, I'm sorry, Witka. I don't know how to. I will improve my. Sorry, I will improve my streaming screen here. Let me try following. Let me try following here. Let me try following. I will share my screen with you. Gaurav and Witka and others. So I'm sharing my screen with you, okay? And then let's do following. Coming back to the question of Gaurav here. With a TradeFinder here. Yes, I think you see it. It's maybe a little bit hard to see because, as I mentioned, I'm running 49-inch screens here. But anyway, try to follow. Go to the Market Explorer, and then you will see the settings low, medium, and high. That was the question from Gaurav a few minutes before. Now, when you hover over this eye information icon, we have tried to explain why we are using these numbers here. For the low factor, we are using 135, for the medium 171, and for the high factor, we are using 286. These numbers are based on backtesting. And ladies and gentlemen, the software we are producing, we do that for ourselves first because we are a trader. And secondly, we are sharing the software with you. And when we do that, we don't only produce software just to sell software. That's not our intention. But we will give you the most important, or the most important information on the hand if you're interested what's trading about. And we backtesting. Most of these settings are backtested by us here on the team. We have really a lot of data, 1 year back, one year of data for every single instrument, and we are backtesting them. And we think the best factors are based on that what our team found. By the way, what our team found, that was these factors: low, medium, and high. We have avoided to do a slider here, to add a slider, not to confuse you more than necessary. I think medium is a quite good measure for the volume stop signal, because every signal, when it happens on this side, it must be bigger than 8. Given I have set 400, then you have multiply 400 by 400 multiplied by 1.71, and that's the number. If the market meets this number, 1.71 multiplied by 400, you will see a volume stop here. Since there is nothing here, there's nothing on this side, that means it is not relevant for you. That's the idea, is to avoid confusion, to get you direction in trading and what the market is trading, what the market is doing. That's our intention here. Thank you for the question, by the way. Yes. So I've did a 5-minute video. I'm switching back here to the yes. I did a 5-minute video on YouTube, which is available on our webpage TTW-Trader.com, as well on YouTube, about the implementation of TradeFinder and Trend Analyzer. Please go back to YouTube, see the announcement. It's only 5 or 6 minutes, and you will see what I mean because of low, medium, and high. Gaurav, if you have more questions, let me know, please. So, coming back to trading, guys, I was long 49, far too late, because I didn't see that. I was trying to explain or to answer the questions, and you see what happened then. Perfect. And my answer to Humphrey, and maybe everyone else who is just wondering why I didn't take any trade here, is that I'm simply waiting until the market gives me an advantage in finding a trade. That's all. I must not be in a trade every minute. I must not trade every single second or chasing a trend, a market. That's simply not my style. So I know we are different, and everyone has a different view on the market and different trading styles, but I'm simply using this very nice and reliable technique to find the entries, really to find the entries and to go with the flow, with the trend. Now you see here 783 coming up. That's simply because this is true. That was a high volume traded, but it was higher than 400. It was higher than 684. It was higher than 684 here. And based on the settings on my volume stop, it appears on the chart. It is true. It is a great signal. It is an important signal. But since the market is in an uptrend, I see it, but I don't take it. That was the signal to enter. That was the market event to enter the market. Perfect at VWAP, above the volatility trigger here on the options here. You got a volume stop here. That was the entry for the market. The stop is a little bit below the green line of the trend analyzer here, 60, 46.50, 46.25. Really low risk, and the risk-reward ratio would have been 48 to 46, 2 points, let me say 2 points here. And maybe here the liquidity as the first entry, 54. 6 points, so you have a ratio 3-to-1 here in this case. And now what happens, you see they added 100 contracts at 41.60. On the downside, we don't see any liquidity because it was cancelled. That means the market is not interested. Or the market maker, the market dealers are cancelling their liquidity at 34, 35. Only 40 is still in. And they flipped to the upside. They added liquidity to 41.60. Humphrey is asking, so why are there no market volume stops? What was the setup on the 48? Very clear. As I mentioned, a market volume stop is always like a sweep, like a stop run, like a volume spike. It's a market event. It's based on volume. This market event is based on volume, guys. For those of you, you will get the education. And please join me to get this explained in detail. But I know, Humphrey, I know that this is something completely different. And I can only tell you that there are different views on the market, and what we do is simply following the data feed, the data, the market data. We don't interpret, we don't soft, we don't skew, we don't do anything else with the market data here. We just rely on what the market is, on the market input, on the data, and we are analyzing the market events, and the market speaks to us in form of icebergs, of sweeps, of volume stops, of volume exhaustion, of liquidity. This is the market. This is the market language. And since we are used to watch at candlestick charts, we are looking at, let me say, as I did, moving averages, RSIs, MACDs, whatever, it doesn't matter. So, and we have never seen a volume stop. We have never seen a stop run. We have never seen an iceberg. We have never seen absorption signal or whatever. It doesn't matter. Simply doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. And what we see, what you see on my chart is totally different with anything you might have seen up to now. If you stick with us on the Discord room, you will see that every day it will become something usual, familiar, common for every one of us, of you. And the beauty of this kind of trading is it's unpolluted. That means there's nothing artificial within this information on this chart. There's nothing artificial. There's nothing added based on opinions. Every single signal you see on my chart here is a true market event. The other question we have to discuss in the upcoming sessions and education sessions is how do we interpret this information? That's another point. But everything you see here is not bent, it's not skewed, it's not smoothed, it's not whatever. Okay, I have quadriviant, Walter, please. I don't know what it is. Is that 502 green rectangle? Yes, that's a volume stop. Humphrey is asking, is that 502 green rectangle a market volume stop? Yes, it is. It is based on the settings in the Market Explorer, yes. And you see what happens here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really unlucky today. I was long here, but with the wrong strategy, because I was distracted. With the wrong strategy, was stopped out here, because my strategy jumped up when 8 ticks are reached and they went break even. I was not focused on my trade here, but anyway, it doesn't matter what I did today. I missed this trade. I just wanted to say to you and to answer the questions, why did you not trade before? Because I didn't see any trade for myself. And now I saw the trade at 48 and 49. 48 here. That was the entry. That was the first, maybe the first contract you should have took off your trade and leave the rest run here. You see the trend analyzer as a trend, as a stop signal here. Follow the trend analyzer here. Follow the trend analyzer. That's your stop 55 or what is this? For 54. Excuse me, 54. And then it jumps up at 55 and then it goes up with a trend. It goes with a trend. Find the trend and join the trend. Oh gosh, your name is a little bit odd. Quadriviant. So quadriviant is asking, let me know how modify aggressor column in DOM. The aggressor volume in DOM, I have to switch back to my screen. You will see that on YouTube as well. By the way, you see NQ and Russell. When you have the bid and ask columns, it's quite easy to add the aggressor volume. It's the volume, and you can configure the volume to show bid and to show ask and the split the display and add the title aggressor. This is configurable. That's nothing special, nothing really hard to do. If you do so, add between bid and ask and volume column, click on show bid and show ask, split display and add aggressor. Yes, aggressor as a title for this column. It's quite easy. Great, guys, you see what happens. And that's not in our hand. That's not in our hand. But you will know more than with any other system, with any other trading system, if you want to If you go with a TrendFinder, TradeFinder and Trend Analyzer, of course, because that's so awesome. That's really awesome what you see here on the chart. First of all, we have an justifiable. We have had reasons to take this long, based on what I have explained. Then the first target was the liquidity at 55, and the second target was the SPY large gamma. I've put in as a line here for myself. That was another option level. The target was this liquidity here at 41.60. All these lines, by the way, all these levels, I'm commenting every single day when I'm around at least half an hour before the open, nearly every day. The only exceptions are holidays, or I'm not available, or I'm on holiday, or whatever. It's for free, ladies and gentlemen. So take this information for yourself and add your information to that, and then you will see how helpful, whether it's helpful or not. But we have this wonderful entry here that was, let me say, 48 into 58. It was 10-point entry, very clear, very good trend and where to exit. That was 55 and 60. And I wasn't in. I was here in, but it doesn't matter. And then what happens now is at these levels, which you can get for free if you are on Discord, now someone is selling very hard, 3,000, 2,303, 1,000 contracts into the market. Very hard. Hard selling happens here when the market hit 41.60, 59. I think, and I have discussion with a lot of friends on Discord, what is this? And my best answer is this is really simply hedging. You know, someone sold at that point 6,303 contracts. And that, friends, you won't see with any other software on this planet in this accuracy, because this hedging is executed actively and passively in the book. Never ever. I mean, it does from trading perspective. It doesn't help you if you didn't trail, if you didn't take your profits here, maybe have a clear target here, because it's so fast it will stop you out here. And if you trail it according to Trend Analyzer here, if you're trading it according to Trend Analyzer here, then you might be stopped out. But you have a very clear, clean entry and a very clear trailing here as well. And what you can do is, if you want to tighten the stop between this candle, for example, at 54 and the stop here at 51, then you can simply use this dynamic multiplier to tighten the stop. And if it goes up, tighten, go with a trend analyzer here, go with a trend analyzer, go with a trend analyzer here up. That's simply the best way. It doesn't matter what happened in the past here. It doesn't really matter. Don't look at the past, because past is past. We are in the now here. We want to get the most out of our trade, and we do that with a trend analyzer once, because we got a clear signal, a very wonderful signal. Then you can play with the multiplier of the trend analyzer. That's why we added this external window to the trend analyzer. You can play with the trend analyzer here and plan your stop. You are not distracted. You can use the keyboard keys, up, down, left, up, down, left and right keyboard keys to adjust the trend analyzer, to adjust the multiplier, of course, here, and then go with a trend. If it happens, we can't predict that, because that's simply something which happens within a sub-second, within milliseconds here. we can't predict that, and we can't prevent that. We can't prevent this move. But you are good because you have trailed your stop. You have a clear target here. You have had a clear target here. And then, yes, what happens, happens. That's not in our hand to control anything here. We have only the responsibility and the probability to control our trade here. That's all what we can do. Yes, one could, Humphrey is asking, so one could have joined the seller of 3,000 lots. Was there red MVS? I'm not sure if there was one. No, I don't see one. Yes, one you could have joined, but be aware that this is so fast that I really honestly doubt that you're so fast to join these moves here. The danger of these moves are, to answer your question, Humphrey, is theoretically it is possible to join these moves. But until you hit your sell on the ask on your, I suppose you are using a dome ladder. You're using dome ladder. Most of us using some domes to execute the trades. Then you must be extremely fast. Your reaction time must be near zero. And when you hit the market, it can go immediately 5 points down and can go in the next second 5 points up. So I'm not sure if this is really something. You can try. I don't know, but we can do that. But possibly with algos, but with discretionary trading, that means manually entering the trend here. When that happens, that's going to be hard. And by the way, if there's no red MVS signal or there's a white one, and that was correct because it was within the trend analyzer trend here. It was within the trend. Yes, that's totally okay. But when this huge contracts hit the market, then it's too late. Now you see what happens next. The market was allowed to trade higher. They find some poor souls who are buying this stuff up, and now 4140 is coming up here. I'm watching as well the FANGs, Nasdaq as well. Then Russell, of course, and my most important parts are the SPY. Let me show if I have the SPY here. Yes, it should appear on the chart, the SPY. Yes. So the trend analyzer and TradeFinder works with SPY and QQQ and all ETFs as well. And the QQQ as well. What's nice, the QQQ was as well showed a market volume stop here, 70.15 here, before the drop down, before the sell-off of the market. Quite remarkable. And that all gives me a unique view on today's market. Every single day. I'm not using RSI, I'm not using MACD or whatever. I'm using NinjaTrader, of course, just to see the levels and to make my daily decisions based on NinjaTrader candles. But you can use TradingView, ATS, or MultiView, or whatever charting system, Sierra chart, whatever charting system you have. It doesn't matter. They are all the same. I'm using NinjaTrader 8 for daily levels, for daily trading, for daily candles, of course. But I'm not using anything else than that what I see here on the chart. And I'm trading, yes, ZB sometimes, yes. And watching different markets, of course, to get a holistic overview, to get a holistic view of the markets. It was longer than expected today, ladies and gentlemen. It was longer than expected, but it was quite interesting. It was quite interesting. I would like to invite you for next Thursday in live trading. I will be with my friend, my TTW colleagues here together with you. Maybe I will invite as well. One of them is Kevin. To do this together here. Live trading for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. You know, the time goes fast, extremely. It goes by extremely fast. Excuse me, and that's simply what I'm regret, that the time goes by so fast, and this 1.5 hour here with you is like nothing. So, if you want to dive deeper into this kind of trading and to understanding, then what we do, we offer a trading combo. That means TradeFinder with TrendAnalyzer for 3 months as an offer. It expires next week on June the 1st. Join this offer. I will do an education for all these newcomers, newbies, who are new to this kind of trading. Very fair. I think in 1.5 week, I have defined the Monday, the Monday after next Monday. That means next Monday is a holiday in the US, as well here in Europe. And in English, and then I will do that in German, and then again in English, just to populate this idea that this kind of trading is based on facts, not beliefs, not assumptions, not speculations or whatever. It's the art of how we use this information for our trading. And the most point is that, how to say, the psychology is the most important part in trading, you know. It's not the signals. As you can see, we have had an extremely long signal, and as stated, I'm not eager to be in the market every minute. That's bullshit from my point. Excuse me. I have to cut this out. That's nothing I like. I'm waiting until I get a signal, an understanding, together with some important levels. If that happens, I'm watching as well QQQ SPY. I'm watching the FANGs to see what they are doing. They are supporting the market on. Yes, they're supporting all markets here. Then I'm watching the options as well, and then I get a really holistic view of the market. And most of the time, I'm on the right market of the side. I'm on the right market side. So that's what I wanted to say. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being with me here today. Join me next Thursday. Thursday in the live trading again. I will announce it on Twitter, on Discord, maybe even when I find time to send out a newsletter to our live trading sessions we have on Tuesday. Bernie trading with a German group. On Thursday, I will seek to trade with the international group here and invite some friends as well with me. And on Friday, I think we will pick up with the technical sessions with Philip. If you have some technical questions, then that would be the right way to ask him and to adjust everything you need around Bookmap and TradeFinder and Trend Analyzer. We have a really comprehensive guide on TTW-Trader.com in our Wikipedia. Please have a look there. More to come, of course, because we are a highly motivated group and we are trying and we are pressing forward with all this knowledge we have collected around trading for ourselves and for you. If you are interested, you're welcome. Thank you very much for being with me. Enjoy your day and join me next week on Thursday, same time, here on the channel on YouTube and on Discord. Thank you very much, guys. Bye-bye.